Has the craziness of the last 2 years got you doubting society's ability to provide you with all the food, water, and electricity you need to thrive? In the children's story of the little red hen, all her neighbors were happy to sit around and wait to be taken care of, while the little red hen did all the work to provide for her needs. If you're a little red hen, like we are, and you'd love to produce all your life-sustaining needs in a safe, chemical-free agricultural environment, we invite you to join us in this video tour of the Riverbed Ranch and decide for yourself if we can help you throw off the pesticide-saturated status quo and build the off-grid organic farm of your dreams. The Riverbed Ranch homesteading community is owned and operated by the Utah OSR Land Cooperative, which is a nonprofit agricultural co-op established under Utah law. That law gives lots of benefits to small agricultural producers, and everyone who joins our co-op becomes an agricultural producer. And because we're a cooperative, there is no deep-pocketed investor who plans on making a killing off this project. This is a group of productive people coming together, helping each other to prosper. All right, first stop on our tour is the 1,000-foot view of Riverbed Ranch. You can see from this map that we are located halfway between Utah Lake and the Provo-Orem metro area on the east and the Nevada border on the west. By Googling Utah OSR Land Co-op, you can see where we're located between Keg Mountain here and the Simpson Mountains diagonally to the northeast. The Riverbed Ranch is snuggled comfortably right between them. Let's zoom in. This is our 1,245-acre piece of farmland. It starts at the county line on the north and runs about 3 miles southeast from there. In land area, it's just shy of 2 square miles. There are 6 towns in Utah that are very close to the same size in area. We're guessing we're going to top out somewhere between 800 and 1,000 people, which will make Riverbed Ranch the 3rd or 4th largest town in our county. Here are 2 Little Red Hen board members, Philip Gleason and Tom Swallow, signing the papers for the property in June of 2020. As you can see here from the county land records, the Utah OSR Land Co-op owns all 9 parcels. It's official. The property comes with 2,855 acre-feet of water rights. That's rights to nearly 1 billion gallons of water. There are 5 wells that came with the property, and so far, our shareholders have had another 9 wells dug and many more to come. In fact, the state of Utah tracks all the water rights, and you can see here on this nifty little map of theirs where all our 250 well permits are located. The southern half of the property is all laid out for homesteads, and the northern section, which is about 500 acres, will mostly be used by the co-op members to produce food, jobs, and income for the co-op. All right, let's go down to ground level. This modified mobile home is one of 3 structures that came with the property. This is how it looked several years back. We are remodeling it right now to create a welcome center, complete with all new meeting hall, office, kitchen, and bathroom facilities. On the north side of the welcome center is a pre-existing shop. We have retrofitted it with an EMP-hardened solar power system that gives electricity to the welcome center and to the well that supplies it with water. We discovered when we purchased the ranch that there is a biodiesel factory in the back of the shop. At some point, we can use it to create our own biodiesel fuel using the leftover plant matter from our agricultural projects. Just up the hill from the Welcome Center and shop is the northernmost irrigation pond. There are 3 ponds like this on the property, and we'll eventually turn all 3 ponds into city parks, complete with walking trails, benches, and plenty of trees and bushes to feed the bees. So if you ever need a break, you'll be able to come to one of our parks and get your zen on. Let's go now to the very northern end of the property. Here, Eric Cleaver, a co-op shareholder, has built a rock quarry and a concrete plant. For each yard of material he takes out of the quarry, he pays the co-op 50 cents. And all the shareholders benefit by having access to gravel, sand, rocks, and concrete to create our driveways, roads, and foundations. This is one huge benefit of participating in a homesteading community versus going it alone. In order to safely handle any flooding over the next century, we are building a green belt that runs the entire length of the property in the lowest part of the land. To do that, it has to run diagonally, which created a bunch of little triangle pieces of land. Instead of having the co-op manage them all, we decided to just have 33 odd-shaped lots that are between 2.5 and 3.9 acres. See them here all along both sides of the greenbelt? Then up here at the top of the map, which you can download off osrcommunity.com, is a chart showing how much extra your co-op share costs if you want one of these bigger lots. The money exceeding $25,000 for your share in the co-op will go directly into developing the greenbelt, buying and planting all the trees and bushes, setting up an irrigation system to water them all, powering the southernmost well that will feed all those trees and bushes. Okay, let's move now to the southern end of the property. Right here is 45 acres that the board has set aside for the 7 special support projects, which include a K-12 school, an agricultural research center, a retirement home, a young mother's home, a medical clinic, and an equine canine therapy barn. That therapy barn will be here on the north end, so they'll have easy access to the horse trails along the greenbelt. This circle here will be another pond in a city park. Here's what it looks like now. That park and pond will get its water from this well right here. We've refurbished the well, and it will also be used as a courtesy well for shareholders to haul their water from until they can drill their own wells. Our current 80-plus shareholders are primarily pursuing activities of setting up water sources and storage, growing food, building homes, and setting up barns. Let's see, what's next? Oh, see this red line surrounding the property? That's where the existing fence sits. Thing is, it rarely matches the actual property line. So all these big blank areas, they're actually belonging to the Bureau of Land Management, but they've been inside the fence for decades. So we're not going to build on that land, but the co-op is definitely going to use it. This triangle here, we're planning to set up a BMX bike area and a Tough Mudder course for the tweens and teens to run off all their excess energy. Oh, and the Academy of Self-Reliance campus will have a large ropes course set up for kids to develop resilience and confidence. These other areas are likely to be used by the co-op, depending on what plans the members come up with for things like grazing sheep or planting crops or whatever. Okay, let's move down now to the southern end of the property to the last well. Now this whole area here was built up years ago during the 75-year flood that came from the south. A previous owner built up a long dike right along here. There is also another irrigation pond, and we'll turn this whole area into our largest park. This well has recently been refurbished. It just needs a power supply so that it can fill the pond and water the vegetation along the greenbelt. Okay, let's take our last leg of the tour back up towards the Welcome Center. This big area here is being developed as an RV park and campground. So far, we've put in a septic system with a blackwater dump. We've had all of 2 families camp there so far, both of whom have since joined our co-op. The project is moving along slowly as we have to pay as we go on this. When all the homes are built, this RV campground can be used as an income generator for the co-op when tourists come to visit. There's a cooperative community in Peru called Granja Percon that is similar to ours. Their community has gained such a worldwide following that they now have a booming tourism industry. So our RV park and campground will accommodate that once Riverbed Ranch becomes a destination. So that concludes our brief tour. If you're ready to shrug off the chemical saturated status quo of traditional farming and would love an opportunity to create your own off grid organic homesteading paradise surrounded by an entire community of people doing the same thing, then we invite you to visit riverbedranch.com and view a 53-minute intro video that tells the backstory of Riverbed Ranch and explains the magic of our agricultural cooperative community. Thank you.